has allowed all kinds of people to come on, people we agree with, people we don't agree with. I've not been a fan.
Whoopi Goldberg has been a household name for decades, known for her sharp wit, unfiltered opinions, and ability to entertain audiences. But this time, she might have taken it too far. The controversy started with what seemed like an innocent joke, but it quickly spiraled into something much bigger. Elon Musk, the billionaire tech mogul, did not find it funny, and now Whoopi is facing the biggest crisis of her career. The internet exploded, legal teams got involved, and ABC executives were left scrambling to figure out how to handle the situation. Could this really be the moment that ends Whoopi Goldberg's career? It all began on an episode of The View where the hosts were casually discussing unusual baby names. Naturally, Elon Musk's son's name came up, XA12, a name that has been a topic of discussion since it was announced. Whoopi, never one to hold back, made a joke about it, saying, "I did not name the child, and I don't want to hear any more mess about our names." To some, it was just Whoopi being Whoopi, cracking a joke and moving on. But for others, it was a direct insult towards a 4-year-old child. Social media immediately erupted, with fans calling out Whoopi for making fun of an innocent kid. The backlash was swift and unforgiving. Comments flooded in, criticizing Whoopi for what many saw as an unnecessary and inappropriate joke. One person wrote, attacking a 4-year-old shows she's intellectually less mature than a little kid. Another added, when they badmouth a 4-year-old, they should be sued into non-existence. It wasn't just casual social media users weighing in. Musk supporters, and even some of Whoopi's longtime fans, started questioning whether she had finally crossed the line. Elon Musk, known for his outspoken nature and willingness to take on public feuds, was not about to let this one slide. He responded swiftly, calling Whoopi disgusting and making it clear that he was considering legal action. But this wasn't just an impulsive tweet. Behind the scenes, Musk's legal team was already exploring whether Whoopi's comments could be classified as defamation or harassment. When Elon Musk goes after someone, he doesn't just argue on Twitter, he uses his power, influence, and financial resources to make an example out of them. Rumors started circulating that Musk's team was preparing a lawsuit, and it didn't take long for those rumors to become reality. A defamation lawsuit was officially filed, and suddenly, what had started as a simple joke on television turned into a full-blown legal battle. The media had a field day with the story, and Whoopi found herself at the center of a storm she never saw coming. At first, Whoopi didn't seem too bothered. She even laughed off the controversy, brushing it aside as an overreaction. But as the lawsuit moved forward, she quickly realized that Musk was dead serious. On the next episode of The View, she tried to clarify her comments, saying, "Listen, I wasn't making fun of the kid. I was just confused about the name, that's all." But the damage had already been done, and her attempt to walk back the joke only made things worse. ABC executives were now panicking. The network relies on advertising revenue, and sponsors were reportedly reconsidering their deals with The View. The last thing ABC wanted was to be caught in the middle of a legal battle with one of the richest and most powerful men in the world. Behind closed doors, meetings were being held to determine how to handle the situation. Some sources claim that executives were even debating whether to suspend or fire Whoopi altogether. Then came the moment that no one saw coming, the courtroom showdown. Whoopi walked into the courtroom with her legal team, still hoping that this would all be resolved with a simple fine or a slap on the wrist. But Elon Musk's lawyers came prepared, arguing that Whoopi's comments had caused real harm. The judge didn't hold back either. "Mocking a child on national television is unacceptable," the judge said. "You must face the consequences of your words." The verdict was harsher than anyone expected. Whoopi was sentenced to 2 years of probation, meaning she had to be on her best behavior, no slip-ups, no controversies. On top of that, she was ordered to pay a massive fine, reportedly in the millions. But the most humiliating part? She was forced to issue a public apology to Elon Musk and his son, not just in a written statement but live in front of the entire world. As the judge read out the sentence, Whoopi's face said it all. She was in shock. For someone who had spent decades navigating Hollywood and surviving scandal after scandal, this was a new level of humiliation. She never expected things to escalate to this point, and then for the first time she broke down in tears. Actual tears. Paparazzi were waiting outside the courtroom, capturing images of Whoopi looking completely defeated. She tried to avoid the cameras, covering her face, but the damage was already done. This wasn't the confident, outspoken Whoopi Goldberg people were used to seeing. This was a woman who just realized that her career might never be the same again. ABC now had a serious decision to make. With advertisers pulling out and Musk's legal team still applying pressure, the network was reportedly considering terminating Whoopi's contract. Insiders claimed that they were already looking for a potential replacement, just in case they had to cut ties with her. Even Whoopi's co-hosts on The View were eerily quiet about the situation. Normally, Joy Behar would be the first to defend Whoopi, but this time she stayed silent. The energy on the show was noticeably different, and the tension was undeniable. The internet wasn't buying Whoopi's apology either. People pointed out that if she truly didn't mean to offend, why did she laugh so hard when she made the joke? One viral comment summed it up perfectly. Now, Whoopi, if you weren't making fun of the kid, why did you laugh so hard? You should have just apologized instead of pretending it was just a normal joke. Others brought up the irony of Whoopi, whose real name is Karen Elaine Johnson, mocking someone else's name when she chose her own. This was no longer just about a joke, it was about accountability, power, and whether celebrities should face real consequences for their words. Musk had made it clear that he wasn't just defending his son's name, he was making an example out of Whoopi. And in doing so, he had effectively turned one of Hollywood's most outspoken figures into an example of what happens when you mess with the wrong person. The real question now is whether Whoopi can survive this crisis. She's faced backlash before, but this situation feels different. Her network is under pressure, her co-hosts are distant, and her career is hanging by a thread. If ABC decides to cut ties with her, it could mark the end of her long run on television. But if they keep her, they risk alienating advertisers and dealing with even more public scrutiny. One thing is for sure, this isn't over. Elon Musk is not the type to let things go easily, and if Whoopi makes one wrong move during her probation, things could get even worse for her. The only question left is whether she'll be able to bounce back or if this marks the downfall of one of television's most recognizable personalities. So what do you think? Did Whoopi deserve this level of punishment, or was it an overreaction? Should celebrities be held accountable for their words, or is this just another case of cancel culture going too far? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe because trust me, this story is far from over.